What is up, YouTube? JankyYGO here. My name is Michael, and today we have a new card to talk about. We have a couple new cards, actually, but we're going to go over some Evil Twin support that I missed that came out yesterday, and it is, uh, well, yesterday the time of recording, so 2 days ago by the time you see this video, but it's Live Twin Troublesome, which is a continuous spell. When this card resolves, you can add one Live Twin monster from your deck to your hand. Each time your opponent normal or special summons monsters while you control an Evil Twin monster, you gain 200, and if you do inflict 200, it's pretty good. It's a generic search card for the deck. It's like another starter since you only need one of their effects to resolve. So yeah, overall, really, really good. Next up, Synchro Overtake, which is you reveal a Synchro monster in your extra deck and then add to your hand or special summon one of the materials that are specifically listed on that card from your deck or graveyard, and you can't special summon monsters from your extra deck the turn you activate this except for synchros. Uh, Overall, this is an okay card. There's like 15, 16 targets for it. Um, I know there's Gen X controller, the alien monster, the fire ant, Supe, plague spreader is one, and plague spreader will probably be the best one. It would be Jet Synchron, but yeah, Jet Synchron unfortunately got banned due to Halky Fibrax. But you can also summon out Majestic Dragon, which will help the new Stardust support, as well as you can summon out Red Dragon Archfiend and Stardust Dragon from your graveyard. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Overall, very interesting card. I'd be interested to see if it does anything. So yeah. Next up are some lyrical Lucinias or LyriLusc in the TCG, as they're called. And yeah, we have a few new cards to talk about. So let's just jump right into it. So LyriLusc Barrel Canary, level 1, Wind Winged Beast effect, 0 attack, 200 defense. Hard once per turn on the first effect. I'm all struggling here. If this card is in your hand, you can target one LyriLusc monster in your graveyard. Special summon this card and that target, but you can't special summon monsters from the extra deck except for Xyz monsters this turn. For the rest of the turn, I mean. Huh. That's kind of awkward. You should have just stuck it to Winged Beast so that you could get the fusion out and stuff like that and still make the fusion. Second effect, a wind Xyz monster that was summoned using this card on the field as material gains this effect. 200 attack, can't switch positions. So a lot of them have these effects that, like, hey, it can't be when it's used material. One of them attaches one from your graveyard. One of them says that it can't be targeted, and then the detach on it itself on one of the Xyz is that they can't be destroyed by battle or card effect, and you don't take any battle damage. So this gains another 200 attack. It means they can't swap it as well. So it's another good card. Plus it summons itself. So that's really good. In general, I think that definitely a step in the right direction for this deck. We'll have to look at the rest of the cards, whether this deck can be meta or not. But anyway, let's see what else we got. LyriLusc Celestial Wagtail, level 1, Wind Winged Beast effect. 200 attack, 0 defense. Opposite stats. If this card is special summoned, add 1 LyriLusc spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target 1 LyriLusc Xyz monster you control. So let's summon this card. Or let's summon you attach it to material. Blah, blah, blah. English. So, this card, for example, doesn't negate effects of the monster you summon. So, you could add a spell or trap card, so that's pretty cool. And then it also attaches itself, and the more materials you have, obviously, the better your Xyz monsters. Definitely another good card for the deck. I don't know what spell or trap cards they have, if any, at at this point. Obviously, they're getting some, and they'll probably be in later in this article. But as of what's out in the TCG at the moment, I don't think they actually have any spell or traps. Next up, LyriLusc Instant Blue Robin. Level or rank 1, Windwing Beast effect, 0 attack, 0 defense. 2 or more level 1 monsters. 500 attack for each material. If your opponent special summons a monsters, you can detach material. Then target one of those monsters, return to the hand. If this card in your possession is sent to your graveyard by your opponent's card, you can target one other LyriLusc monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Okay. It's fine. It's a little bit of disruption, which is actually pretty good. This deck is pretty good at summoning like a bunch of level 1 monsters. Level 1 monsters just have a lot of special summon ability, so that's something this deck has going for it. So yeah, overall, great. It's pretty easy to summon, so you can have this and then other Xyz out for rank 1s and be a little bit more disruptive to your opponent. Also, it's worth noting that none of the effects on this card, unless it's a translation error, it's a hard once per turn. So, as long as you have materials, you can keep returning monsters to the owner's hand that your opponent special summons with this card, which is really, really powerful. So yeah, if this isn't a translation error and they didn't forget to put it, that second effect is very, very good. LyriLusc Prompt Thrush, level 1, Wind-Winged Beast. Xyz effect, 0 attack, 0 defense, and it gains 500 attack for each material attached to it. Like most of the their Xyz. Once per turn, you can detach one material from this card, then target a spell trap card your opponent controls, shuffle into the deck. At the start of damage step, if another of your monster battles, you can detach any number of materials from this card. Your battling monster gains 300 for each detached material until the end of this turn. It's kind of like their own version of Honest. Throw this bad boy in defense, attack with one of your other ones, just start detaching all the materials on this to get over whatever monster you want. That's pretty good. Definitely in Blue Robin is much better, as well as the one that protects the other Xyz. The other Xyz that we have, this one and then the other ones are much better. But overall, this isn't that bad. Next up is LyriLusc Bird Sanctuary, which is a continuous spell card. You can target 2 Winged Beast Xyz monsters you control, attach one of them and all the materials to the other. If you control an Xyz with 3 or more materials, you can draw a card. Okay, that's actually both these effects are pretty easy to do. The second effect is actually very easy in this deck. I've played this deck before, and I can tell you that it is very, very easy to actually summon out. I said it earlier, but it's easy to summon out a bunch of level 1 monsters because a lot of them just special summon themselves because they can. Alright, next up is LyriLusc Birds of a Feather, normal trap card. You can target a LyriLusc monster you control, change the attack of all face-up monsters your opponent controls, or your monsters your opponent currently controls, to that target. Also, their levels and ranks become 1. So, you... Okay. So, you can... So, I guess what you can do is... Well, have a lot of attack, so you would be lowering all of them and their levels and all that by one, which could also mess up their plays if they're an Xyz or a Synchro based deck. So that's pretty good in general. Second effect, though, is when your opponent's monster declares an attack on your LyriLusc monster, banish this card from your graveyard. Your battling monster's attack becomes the same as your opponent's until the end of the turn. Also, not bad protection. The deck kind of needs it. The deck has a little bit of issues getting over things, but nonetheless, not bad. The rest are just reprints. So, these two right here are much better, though, is what I was saying, than this one. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Tell me what you're most excited for. Personally, I'm looking forward to the LyriLusc deck. I rather enjoyed the deck. It doesn't do a lot, but it is a really fun deck to just, because I like two types of Yu-Gi-Oh! One, playing like controlling and stun decks, and two, playing board spam decks. And this is definitely a board spam deck, even if it doesn't do anything. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday. If you want to send me any cool tech profiles or replays, my email is in the description. And of course, and as always, have a wonderful day.